Hello, hello, and welcome. Fourth mystery race in 4 days, thanks to some pretty late scheduling. Fourth out of 5 that we will have. And today we have Sonic 3D Blast. We have 3 people on comms as well, because we've all briefly played this at this point, although albeit different versions? Question mark? So, this one should be interesting, and yeah, I'm joined by Vi and Shawnee over here. So, how we anticipating this one?
Oh my god, it's Sonic.
It's so good! I did not expect to be coming this today, but I'm so glad that I am.
Oh my god.
I will say, I played the game in preparation for this stream, as always, and I'm gonna say, I think, like, this game is massively overhated from what from what I've played anyway. Like, like people have had me believing that this game is like really, really bad or something. Like it's down there with like the Sonic 06s of the world or whatever. But no, this game is like decently fun. It's no Sonic 2 or 3, but I'd rather play this than Sonic 1, honestly.
I thought you said overrated, and I was like, there is no world. Like,
yeah, no,
took me a second.
Yeah.
I am a
We have no audio. Okay, I'll switch the audio over. We have none on Kryal's side, it looks like. So.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to point out, Kryal has the hand cam on stream and is playing this on a fight stick.
Oh, that's incredible.
That is pretty incredible. But yeah, we've gotten started here. So the objective of any given stage is to, well, there's usually several sections, but the goal of every section is to defeat the 5 enemies that have flickies inside of them, and then escort them to the ring, which will then either unlock the end of the stage or another part of the stage, as we can see here on Chimp's side, who has already found the first 5 and can now move on to the second part of the stage.
Yeah,
their goal
that's
is to
right.
be Zone 3, Act 3, correct?
Yes.
Those of you having played Sonic Adventure, by the way, might recognize this song from Windy Valley.
Oh, that's what it's from. Yeah, you're right.
I remember hearing this and thinking, oh, I know this one. But yes, that's right, everyone.
Really cool.
Sonic the Hedgehog was one of the first games to have an escort mission.
Yeah.
And it's just as bad as you imagine.
The only really bad part about it is because if you get hit, then all of them drop, but that's fine. The same thing happens with your rings, right, as expected. But
Yeah.
they can individually get hit, like, if they are, like, trailing behind you, and something hits one of them, they will drop as well, and you will have to re-pick them up, which is a little bit annoying.
Yeah, that sounds pretty obnoxious, actually.
And they also, all the flickies have different behaviors based on their color. Yeah. So, basically, the blue ones and the pink, apparently, they look more purple than pink, but whatever. They'll just fly in circles. The blue ones will try and find you, at least. You'll see red ones later, which won't even bother to try and find something, just fly around at random. And jump around.
Yeah, they jump around.
Jump up and get down. Sorry.
Up and down and all around.
Exactly. And the green ones try to avoid you a lot. So it's a little more difficult to get them.
Chimp, I think, is currently trying to figure out where the goal ring for this stage is, and is just having absolutely no luck getting to it.
There it is.
Oh.
Some of these stages are a bit maze-like, I will be honest.
Yeah, there's an exploration element to this, which is fun when your exploration is rewarded with like a shield or something. I always like that. But is less fun when you're looking for that last enemy and it's like at the beginning of the stage and like a little dead end that you've missed that you didn't go into. Yeah.
the invincibility in this game as well, for what it's worth. Like, I know invincibility in any game is going to be good, but it feels better in this than, like, at least any Sonic game I've played other than this.
Yeah.
Like, Kryal just grabbed the invincibility and then just, like, walked at a snail's pace into an enemy, and it just drops the flicky immediately on top of him, which is, like, the fact that, I guess the big difference is the fact that your progression is tied to enemy kills, whereas in a lot of the Sonic games, it's just like, whatever, the enemies are an obstacle that you can avoid. In this, like, no, you have to fight things, so the invincibility, the shields, etc., like, feel a lot more valuable in this than they would in a normal Sonic game.
Yeah, absolutely. And it definitely also because, so, like, moving around, like, precise movement is a little bit hard in this game, right? We can all agree on that, I hope. But generally, just, like, moving around a stage and jumping around feels pretty good until the game asks you to do a little bit more precise platforming, but it rarely does that, which is good. But I actually had a little bit of trouble killing the enemies sometimes, personally. It's not that easy, so the invincibility feels even better in that sense, where I could just walk into the enemy and it dies. Also, previously I've run into it and gotten hit so many times.
Worth noting with what you said, by the way, saying, you know, oh yeah, invincibility and the shields and everything feel so much better because of that. Like you say, the movement is kind of a bit trash sometimes in this game, which makes the speed boost power-up an actual detriment. Like, you do not want to speed boost like 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. I felt that way too.
Fortunately, most of the truly unfair platforming is until stage we're not going to see today. Like, I've seen the speedrun of this, and some of it is actually unfair. Oh, hi, Tails.
That's a bonus stage, right?
That is, in fact, a bonus stage. We don't need those.
Yeah, it's in their interest to not bother with those, but hey, they don't know what those do.
Yes, there's Tails and Knuckles that around. You give them 50 rings, you go to a special stage. And they will take it all, yes, as Decker says. They will. If you touch them, they'll take every ring you're holding, even if you haven't got enough for the special stage, or, God forbid, you've beaten it.
I was going to say, does it at least stack up? Like, if you need 50 rings, and you give them, like, 20 and then 30, do you get access to it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
as long as you're in the same stage, at least.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of upset we don't get to see the special stages, because some of the versions of this game are a trip. I believe this is the Genesis version, so it's actually the tamest special stage.
Yeah. But rings could be really useful in this, though, because 100 rings gives you an extra life, and at least from what I could tell from playing this, if you game over, it's back to the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
We have given the runners a level select code in case that happens, so they will be able to restart the stage that they game overed on, but it will still be a time loss, obviously, because they won't be at the checkpoint that they were on. Also, they have to, like, wait for click through the logos and everything again.
Find the flickies that they were found.
Yeah, exactly. So there is definitely still some use to extra lives, even if we've taken some of the really scary part of it away.
Oh yeah. And Chimp getting through Act 2, we do have to see our first boss. Act 3 is always a boss.
We're seeing a little bit of... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
This boss is very simple. It's basically, can you count to 5?
Oh, there's always go 5 times.
Yep. Goes bounces 5 times and he comes and picks it up. And that's your chance to hit him. Unfortunately, isometric platforming.
Yeah, hitting seems a lot easier said than done right now.
Oh yeah.
We're seeing something kind of funny on Kryal's side here, where the shield flickers like at 60 FPS, but because the stream is 30 FPS, sometimes we don't see the shield at all, and sometimes there's only shield. Sonic has been entirely consumed by the shield, which is funny.
I am shield.
Honestly, like, it can be difficult to tell how many flickies are following you, and having the shield actually makes that so much easier, because then it's like they go from being these like tiny sprites that can hide behind each other or Sonic or whatever into just giant glowing blue orb, and it's like, well, now there are 5 of them. We can see that really clearly.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are 5 of them. Sorry.
Still pretty neck and neck here, Chimp with a little bit of an advantage, but Kryal right behind on the boss fight as well. So
Missed that hit, I think, because of the height of the platform there.
You can't destroy those with a spin dash, Chimp, but you don't know that yet. There's another way.
There is another. This stage is important because Sonic gets to learn his secret abilities as a ballerina.
Yeah. You actually... That state is pretty good, by the way. Like, Chimp went out of it as soon as he could, but I tried to keep it for a while. First of all, because sometimes they put those blocks, like, really far away, those pillars that you can destroy, but also because it lets you immediately run into enemies and they just die. So it's actually you kind of actually want to be in it. It's, you aren't invincible to, like, stage hazards or anything, but you're invincible to running into enemies.
The flip side of that is that it's very slow, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Kind of,
so
yeah.
there is that kind of balancing act of how much do you value the speed versus the consistency, which comes up a lot in these kinds of mystery races.
Chimp has not realised, by the way, that the fires we went through earlier, 2 of the flickies got lost. So we have to go and find them again. Which is awkward, given sometimes their movement patterns can be a little bit mean.
Oh,
There they are.
There's
One
one.
of them, at least.
Now, where's the green one? There's a green one that went missing. So it could
there
be,
it is.
There it is. That could have been anywhere.
Luckily, the stages aren't so big that it would be a problem that much, but...
Not yet.
Kryal doing the same thing, and... yeah, seemingly just... gonna try and turn in these... I don't know if Kryal realised you can turn them in early. Yeah, I got 2 there.
I don't think Chimp did either. Good lesson to learn, honestly.
Just did it, yeah.
You do get less points, but I don't think points do anything. I got to 100,000 and didn't get like a continue or an extra life, so I don't think they do anything at all. Unless somebody can... Yeah.
I have no idea.
Someone in chat knows or something.
I know, if you look in the bottom right, it'll show you which flickies of enemies you've killed and which ones are just wandering in the stage.
Yeah, that does help. To like kind of remember, wait, did I lose this flicky somewhere? Yeah, even if you lose them, they stay as flickies, so you'll know that
shows you
they're just wandering around the stage somewhere and you lost them.
Which is a relief. Red shield. You're immune to fire.
No shield. Oh wait, now it's red shield only again. It's really funny.
This game has a fantastic frame rate. It's while you have the red shield, fire will not hurt you. Really useful in later stages.
I love that even like the slowest spin dash imaginable will kill anything, though.
Yeah, the roll thing, even out of just walking like normally.
Ooh, there's a shield. I'm just bopping to this music.
Ran into the spikes
that is
there.
A really bad place to drop those.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, manages to get them all again.
Unfortunately, you do need the spinning state.
Oh.
This is probably the meanest part of the level.
This is kind of Kryal's opportunity to catch up a little right now. They are on the same stage, just at different points in it.
I think they're in the same section, actually.
Did Kryal not realise that Flicky was gone? It's there trying to get back to... There we are.
That's one of them, but there should be another one somewhere.
Yeah.
Unless Kryal already turned one in.
I know, I think there's just another one lost early, yeah. And I think Kryal now, having seen that, has realised... Yeah, there we go.
There it is.
I'm genuinely not sure if you're meant to go through this way or if there's a different way through.
On Chimp's end?
Yeah.
This is what you have to do.
Ooh.
Oh, is it? There we go.
And we can destroy it.
Right, yes.
There it is.
And there's the last enemy. I don't think any enemy from this game has actually come back in another Sonic game in its full form.
They are all just kind of like the same enemy, to be fair. They just kind of walk around and do nothing. Apart from the one thing that shoots something sometimes.
I want those crocodiles back.
Maybe Vector is one of them.
Oh god. Vector is a robot, that's a new one.
You know,
Kryal
there are
looking-
wilder Sonic theories out there.
Kryal looks very lost right now. I think he's trying to figure out how to get this up the staircase, and you can't is the answer.
Unfortunately, it would be interesting if Sonic learned how to do like a pirouette jump, but alas.
Yeah, you also can't. The game, there is not. The game will only let you fall in a pit when it wants you to be able to fall in the pit. In sections where that's the idea, but
that is very true.
Usually it'll stop you. There are walls everywhere that look like you could jump over them, but you can't.
Has Kryal lost another one of the flickies there?
One of the green ones has gone missing.
He's
The
going
green
down
ones
this way
can't.
to find... Yeah.
Green ones can't go up at least, so.
Kryal has just understood what's going on.
There it is.
Also, the flicky.
Chimp gaining a pretty big lead again right now. I think like Chimp's consistently had like a one-stage lead. Just this stage that Kryal's still on has proven to be a bit of a sticking point for both of them.
Yeah.
I thought actually that the spring stage was easier than this one, personally. Oh, there we go. That's a death.
Oof. And you lose all the flickies.
Yeah.
At least you don't go back
Stage
to the start of
resets.
the stage. This is checkpoints in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
One thing you can be sure of, by the way, is that there will not be a flicky in a previous section for a new section. So once you've gone through that gateway thing, that is as far as back as you have to go to find a flicky.
Right.
Also, welcome to your first dose of MIPS, or mandatory isometric platforming sections. Aren't they fun?
Yeah, I had a little bit of
Hips,
problems
like
with this one
rabbit.
too. In
But
Super Mario
from
64,
my-
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember where that term first came from, but I heard it on Arc Extreme, so... Oh, God.
Oh, Chimp had a shield, and I didn't know.
This game's definitely been in GDQ at least once.
Talking about sections where you might fall.
Cool. Yeah, this is okay, cool. Well,
Isometric platforming, everyone. Isn't it a fantastic invention that should definitely be in every game ever?
I mean, it's not even just that, it's also just the way that Sonic controls. Sonic has his very signature, like, super floaty, super momentum-y platforming controls. Which have screwed me over in exactly the same way in the 2D games as well. Where I overshot or undershot a platform because I couldn't figure out how long to exactly hold the button before I pull back. It's definitely not what Sonic was designed to do. This kind of platforming, precise one gap.
Oh.
Losing your flickies here is a real pain. I did it too. Oh, managed to pick all of them up again.
Looks
Kryal
like he's good.
advanced.
Kryal's on.
Kryal free on the other side, so couple of
Section.
stages to kind of, or like sections more than stages, I guess. Couple of checkpoints to get brought back up on, but
Yeah.
it's starting that comeback.
I think Chimp is currently a full stage ahead, but that could change, honestly.
Chimp did fly through the stages that Kryal's now got to, so I feel like it's on Kryal here at this point to kind of keep up. Like, Chimp is definitely setting the pace right now.
Yeah. Most definitely. Oh. I think Chimp picked up that last flicky.
I think he has 5.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's 5. I can definitely... I definitely have good
It's-
vision, yes.
It's so hard to tell.
Whee. I love watching spinning. Oh,
So I believe where Chimp just went is an earlier part of the stage.
it does look it, yes.
Oh,
Chimp's
no.
been here before. Quick, play Deja Vu.
How
Kryal appears to have caught up to the level at least.
how far back does Chimp have to go to get back to where he just was?
Chimp legitimately has to. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know where this is now. Chimp is basically
The
has to
start!
go through the checkpoints again. Yeah,
Oh
but
God! Oh,
he fell
no.
another section behind right there. So
Oh, he has to do this again. Oh no!
he was one section behind and then fell another section. Now he has to go through another checkpoint again.
Maybe we should go up the left here because there's.
It's not easy though. They specifically made this. You can make that. I have done that, but the other side you won't make.
Oh,
You have to
And
do
all
some
it needs
weird
to is a fire
bouncy.
shield. I forgot how rough this bit was.
Yeah, that kind of setback for Chimp might be enough to give Kryal a chance again in this one.
Oh.
Kind of start clawing it back in.
Ooh.
Shield down. And
Lucky-
straight down.
And
again.
back down.
Back we go.
Oh, that's not good. And I think Kryal has 100% caught up.
That is the checkpoint that Chimp had to go back through, right? This one.
Yep.
So Chimp has the flickies for this area, but otherwise, yeah, they are basically in the same section.
Oh, this jump section's rough though. Uh-oh.
It is possible to kind of spin dash jump your way across this, but it's precise, so I wouldn't even like recommend it. But like any of you Sonic Adventure enjoyers will probably know the fun of skipping a whole stage by spin dashing and jumping once in the right spot.
Yeah.
That kind of works here too sometimes with these gaps that you have to cross. What?
Oh,
really?
that's Tails.
Okay.
But that's not a good thing.
Sure.
Wait, where does that put you though?
I think it's the same section. It's just a secret part of it. I don't think there's anything that like lets you just like skip a part of it.
Is this that checkpoint again?
Oh
my.
no!
It totally is. Oh God, Chimp is so confused.
You have to go up
I'm
here.
so confused.
I can't. Where was the end of? Oh, that was a pause.
It's just the wrong direction, right?
I genuinely don't know where to go here.
Well, no, Chimp was at the right part. You just had to make that one platforming challenge.
And then went
And
down
now-
the hole.
He's fallen, so he has to go back round to the checkpoint to go.
I actually don't know where the goal is for this section.
Oh, for this? Well, Chimp went the right way. He just then jumped into that hole to get down to the secret Tails area. That's
No,
not. You're
'cause
not.
That was
Don't
an
do
earlier
that.
section that Chimp had been to, though.
There was
think
definitely
I-
stuff taken down in there, actually. Yeah.
To be clear, when Chimp was at the farthest point of his gameplay, he was 2 checkpoints ahead of where he is right now.
Yes.
Oh God!
Okay. Yeah.
Now he's 1 checkpoint behind where he was.
He fell through
So he still
two.
Yes, he
Oh.
fell
Section-
through 2 separate checkpoints.
The section up here where Kryal is right now, that's the goal ring. Kryal's just
Yeah,
missing
that
a
is the
flicky.
goal ring.
Kryal, turn them in.
Oh,
Kryal,
God.
please turn them in. I don't want to watch this. Oh no. I don't want to watch all
Oh,
of
no,
these
not
flickies
again.
going flying around the stage. God, Chimp is having a nightmare of this. And I get it, like this looks pretty horrendous to navigate, but
Chimp's just
Yeah.
having a lot of trouble with those 2 mandatory platforming sections. The one that we've been stuck on for a while here, and the one that he originally got to, where he then fell, and then fell again to get to lose all his progress, basically. Oh no!
I think Chimp is, tell you, a little bit annoyed, maybe.
Kryal just jumps back over, found the last enemy, and has the last flicky, and knows exactly where to go.
You didn't even fail that section because that still puts you at the same size. You got to dodge a few traps.
Good enough to get up, yep. So Kryal taking a pretty clear lead now.
Wait, is it? No, this is not the end of the stage.
It's still a lead until Chimp can get back there.
No, this is... Hold up. I'm confused now, because I think this is the section that Chimp was on and then fell back two times. But I'm not sure.
I thought...
I think it might be where Chimp's flickies are currently from.
Yeah, exactly. Where
Oh,
the
really?
Chimp's flickies are from.
I thought it was the section before. Okay.
Maybe I wasn't really...
Yeah, until I see the ring, I couldn't really tell you.
Fair.
If you get enough momentum, by the way, I think that spring can actually get you all the way across.
Yes, that's correct. Chimp was here. I remember. I'm pretty sure.
Oh no, Kryal dropped the spin there. That would have been really useful for getting up this area.
Oh, Chimp jumped down to this tails section again, huh? While I wasn't looking. It's not where you want to be. Definitely not where you want to be.
Welcome to bonus game.
Oh, banana. I got a sec. Okay, so that's 5. Good, that's a relief. You don't lose a flicky here and go forward a section, you don't find it again.
Oh god, yeah, if you've been navigating between like 3 different sections and all of a sudden you drop a flicky in one of them, that's, jeez, even worse than usual.
It might be worth Chimp taking a death here.
That's actually a good point.
Get back to the
die.
point, maybe, yeah.
Put you back to the start of the last section you were on. Minus the flickies, but at least you know where you are.
Kryal, oh, I was going to say has all the flickies. Had all the flickies there for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
But now they are pretty scattered. And just needs to get this spin down to break. And I think Kryal, yeah, I respect this. Kryal going down, breaking.
This platforming section. This is where Chimp was. And if you now go down to the right, you go back to the previous section.
Oh.
We'll see if we can see it on Trial's screen.
Kryal making a wise choice there, though, to get the spin, and then going back for the flickies afterwards. Like, you know they're all up in this area. Just keep your progress. Focus on the progression first, and you can go back for the flickies afterwards. They're not going too far.
Chimp, you have them all. Oh, you had them all. Oh, there's no rings, so you gotta be really careful now.
Kryal trying to count the flickies, sees 5.
And 1 gets lost.
And, yeah, 1 got clipped on the way down.
Chimp has taken the death and it has helped. Wait, yeah.
Kryal makes the
across first time,
challenge, but has
but
to
left
go
a
back.
flicky behind! Oh no!
Yeah. Chimp has called to the same section by taking a death.
Kryal, do not.
Oh, okay, then just
there's
two
the
of them
flicky.
back. Get my last one home.
By the way, if you do fail this platforming challenge here, you can just get it off screen and on screen again, and the platforms will be respawned.
And there we go.
Kryal actually legitimately 100% in the lead now.
Kryal's taking the lead. Now, the question about
Chimp.
this boss. How much do you like jumping on his hands?
Oh, the egg golem.
Pretty much. Oh.
With
basically
cat
land on the
paws.
hand, land on the hand, and smack him in the face. And avoid the balls.
Chimp is being incredibly cautious to keep every flicky during this area, and I don't see a way where you get the spinning down to the bottom while keeping every flicky perfectly intact. Like, one of them is going to get clipped by something.
Yeah.
I believe the only way I can think of is sheer dumb luck.
Which I think Chimp
And
just had.
right on cue.
Or do that.
That was actually, yeah, like, that was actually really well timed. And yeah,
Oh, very nice.
so
And there we go.
Chimp very close behind now.
As Kryal beats the boss.
So they're both through the second boss fight. It's the third is their objective.
Yep, the third is the goal, Spring Stadium's boss.
I thought this stage was pretty fun, by the way. It looks kind of horrendous, but it's not that bad.
If you don't use at least 20 springs in the stage, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, some of them just aren't springs, by the way. I don't know what's up with that. It always makes you find the one that's actually a spring on any given platform.
Don't know how good the boss music is, by the way. I like this boss music. I like all the music.
Feels like that classic thing of like, I would really like this song if it were on a better sound chip.
Yeah. This is definitely no Sonic 3 where they made like incredible use of the sound chip somehow and got it to do things that I didn't think were possible with it. This is this just sounds like a Genesis game.
Oh,
Kryal just
Chimp will
reaching
have
an
to get
area
double
of nothing.
Oh,
well,
have fun with the
yes.
spikes.
Alright.
I believe the orange... No, not the orange. One of the shields makes you immune to her spikes.
Oh.
I couldn't tell you which one.
Alright, Chimp and Kryal on the same section again now. Because this is still the first one for Kryal here. Maybe Chimp can catch up. It still seems to me like Chimp has the skill aspect of the game figured out a little bit more and just is a little bit faster in general. But
Just took a
got
massive hit
confused
on
there
that.
a lot, yeah.
I reckon there's a song from somewhere.
Oh. There's the goal ring, but Kryal missing 3 of the flickies.
3 of them.
Sorry, 2 of them. Got 3.
I know the pufferfish enemies normally have at least have a flicky in this one.
Well, if this game's anything to go by, then I don't know how excited I should be for the open world elements of Sonic Frontiers.
Oh god, don't.
I hope we're not collecting flickies all over the map.
I'd play it.
Chimp getting here with only 2.
Ooh.
Those spike shooters. Unforgiving. Okay, so the area Chimp's in now had 2 of the ones he is missing. They were the last 2 that Kryal just got, so Kryal onto the next area.
Chimp's still missing an enemy somewhere. As you can see in the bottom right, one of them is not even freed yet.
Where is
Going
it?
back now to see if you missed it somewhere earlier. I don't actually remember, to be clear. To be
Yeah,
fair.
no. In a stage like this as well, there's just so much to navigate that you go past one enemy just because it's on like an offshoot path, and that's it. You're exploring the whole damn map the entire time.
Oh, an actual 1-up. I never found that. Yeah, to be clear, those little Sonic head token thingies that we saw occasionally, they don't give you an extra life. I don't know actually what they do. Maybe they're points? I don't know.
They don't.
The monitor with the head just then gave Chimp an extra life, as you'd expect, but the ones at the top of springs sometimes, they are not extra lives. I was very confused about that too. I was like, I picked up so many extra lives, why do I still have 2?
Well, see, the joke I'd make here normally is that you didn't actually get to, keep those extra lives because you used them up. There's the last one. There's Chimp's last one.
Jumps his
Very
way up
good.
to this puffer fish, but Kryal sees a speed boost and just walks away from it. Just like
Yeah, it's very
walks
smart.
up to it and just walks off again. Perfect. Oh, yeah, considered it again. No, no.
I think I'm having a blue shield that makes you move the spikes. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I played this. I know one of them does.
I don't know. Becca said no, at least.
I did enjoy playing it in preparation for this, but to be fair, there's always a difference of I didn't have a time limit or like a race going on. This game seems those Sonic heads. That's the ones I meant. If you just
I
thought
swear those were lives, but fair enough.
maybe if you collect all of them in a stage or something like that, but not individually. I never got all of them in a stage. I don't know what that would do.
Uh-oh. Kryal dropping a red flicky there.
Oh, but with their jumping, you don't want to leave that behind.
Chimp is on the they're in the same section now, right? Or did Kryal finish another one? Well, I wasn't looking.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
almost
they're in the same. That's exactly the same area, in fact. But I think that green one that Chimp has, Kryal has dropped. So Chimp, I think, has just retaken the lead here.
Oh, Chimp has 4 there, and there's the 5th one.
Kryal drops one and has had to go back and hunt for it, and that means losing a lot of time.
And it's only a 2-section stage, so Chimp is through.
Act 2. This music is so derpy.
I like this one. I've not heard this soundtrack because it's actually one of the differences between the version of the game is the soundtrack.
Are they still roughly the same songs, just with different instrumentation, or are they completely different?
Which does not sound familiar, put it that way. The main difference is one of them is made by Jun Sino, did I pronounce it? And one is Richard Jacques.
Which one is which?
This is the Jun one, which is Genesis, I believe. And the Saturn one is done by the guy that made the Sonic R soundtrack.
And the
So
Sonic
you-
and All Stars Racing Transformed soundtrack. If you didn't know.
Makes
So-
sense.
Kryal there, by the way, looped round back to where he'd gone backtracking, and the flicky had just moved further forwards. It had just run in front of him on the same path that he was meant to take, so he just, wasted a bit of time backtracking without knowing that it was completely pointless, but is now through to Act 2.
Oh, and the Sonic Boom soundtrack. I just remembered that too. Richard Jacques made the Sonic Boom soundtrack.
My condolences.
Yeah. I mean, Richard Jacques' music has always been a little bit like, Mom, can we get the Jun Sonoe? We have Jun Sonoe at home, and it's a picture of Richard Jacques.
You disrespect the Sonic R soundtrack at your peril.
The Sonic R soundtrack is fun. It's not good.
It is amazing for it is incredible for all the wrong reasons.
But can you feel the sunshine? I also worked out what this level reminded me of, by the way. It's Sonic 2's Casino Zone.
Navigating onto these enemies just looks absolutely hellish. Navigating anything in an area packed full of spikes and bumpers and
It's
random
not fun.
springs that might not be springs.
There might not be springs. If you wait a couple months, they're actually summers.
There's Okay, there's no time limit. Okay. Sorry, for a second there, Chimp's music sped up, and I was like, is he low on time? Like...
No, there's one thing this game did right. It was not have an actual limit, as far as I'm aware.
I believe that's not true. Hold up.
Is there actually a time limit in this game?
Alex, this is Act 2, so their next stage for both of them at this point is the boss fight, and their final stage for the goal.
Oh god, which one was the boss fight in Spring Stadium? Oh god. Oh no.
Oh no, it doesn't have a timer. I was reading something else. I'm sorry. I was looking at something else.
Kryal got to the goal with 4 flippies and is off looking for the last enemy right now.
Oh yeah.
Chimp has kept hold of 3 flickies, but has seemingly backtracked a little to try and progress through the stage a little more effectively. Ah yes, the perfect invincibility at the top of a goddamn ramp full of bumpers.
Oh. I will admit, most of my knowledge of this game these days is the later part of the game.
Chimp found the ball, and there's the goal ring. So Chimp moves through
to the next section of the stage.
I believe
there's another one.
I want to say it's a 3-section stage. I don't never go past 3.
This one did feel long, specific in my playthrough. I don't know if it was 3 or 4 or 2 or whatever, but this did feel like the longest stage in this goal, at least.
The notes do not mention homing attacks, no.
You want to hear mention of homing attacks? Try the Sonic Generations final boss.
Just... again, it's one of those things where, like, if you get a game like this in a tournament, you kind of toy around with it a bit, right? You see what you can get away with and what you can't. What happens if I spin dash directly next to a wall? Do I fly up the wall, or does it just kill my momentum? That kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure Sonic's had both, so yeah. Gonna need to test that. Oh. Right, this enemy. If it wandered up amongst those whole areas, you could have a tough time with it. Thankfully, it was nice. And that's why it'd be me. That'd be bad.
Yeah, those spike holds in the ground that they tripped me up to.
All of the spikes in this stage, no matter which version, all look pretty abysmal. Alright, Chimp flying through that area though, so...
That's the final boss now.
Act 2 down, Act 3 time?
You know, Dr. Eggman really liked his boss in the last stage, so he refined it a bit. Now it moves.
I did die on this boss once.
You actually want to avoid the hands this time. You just want to hit him.
And you want to hit him when he's down doing that attack.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he's stomping the ground, he comes down a bit, and that's when you hit him.
You go up onto the spike platform and then just jump in time.
I think there's a chance that, like, obviously Chimp here on the final boss of the whole thing, so looking like the favorite right now, obviously. But this boss is a little bit harder than the first two, in my opinion. Like I said, I died. I could totally see Chimp dying here because he's already exhausted so many of the rings that the stage gives to you, while only having hit Eggman once, and or Robotnik, I guess, at this point in the series. And he does take like 7 hits or 6, something around
like
there. So
you don't want a game over here.
The level select will work for a boss as well, by the way. Just
Kryal has just got to the final area in Act 2, so is notably behind, but this was a pretty short area, so we'll be caught up pretty soon. It's just going to be a question then of how much knowledge does Chimp build up in the time it takes Kryal to get there.
Chimp has hit the boss twice now without getting hit, and then got hit on the 3rd hit. But that means that Chimp is kind of developing a strategy here, apparently, or
yeah,
looks like it. So he does have a chance of beating the boss this attempt. Has used up a lot of the rings again, but there's still some left. Only in the middle, though, where there's also spikes. I believe Eggman is now 1 or 2 hits away.
I know most Eggman bosses are 8 hit. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Oh,
With the win.
That
I was
is
Good
time.
game.
gonna say Kryal just had a really good time getting that last enemy in the bumper slope area, but yeah, just a little bit too late.
Shake, this is actually some of the best music in the game. I like the music. I like the music in Diamond Dust.
Alright, so.
I think they both beat the game faster than I did. Then again, I wasn't trying as hard to be fast, but very well done here.
I can see why the goal at the end of Spring Stadium of Diamond Dust, while it's cool, can be a bit annoying.
This also worked out really well for like the time frame, right? Like neither of them knew the game going in, which I think worked out pretty nicely with this one. I'm pleasantly surprised that we managed to get Sonic 3D where nobody knew it, but
I'm amazed, actually.
also like, yeah, 45-minute goal, perfect. Also,
That is brilliant.
we have a chimp with us. Congrats.
Hello.
Hello, GG's.
Can't stop shaking. That last stage was
Oh,
like I spent so long on Act 2 that I was like, oh my god, this I hate this so much. Everything I did was like 400 miles an hour. I just couldn't stop moving. I was like, oh my god, this needs to end.
Yeah, you were generally just really like fast, and you were ahead of Kryal for a long time. And then you had that massive problem in stage 2 where you fell behind 2 checkpoints.
It was so bad. I couldn't navigate that 3D space. Like there was like if you jumped at the back wall, there was like a gap. So you couldn't use the wall to hug onto. So you had to just fully guess the 3D space, and I was getting so mad. It was my god. Someone popped into my stream and was like, "Hey, I haven't seen this in a while," and I audibly shouted, "And you won't fucking see it again."
I mean, honestly understandable. This is a bit of a rough game if you're not used to it.
It was actually kind of fun until I got really stressed out, and then it was terrible.
And Kryal won't be finishing that one up. Game overs to the boss and is just gonna call it there. But
it was
rough.
kind of good shank, to be honest.
that, like, honestly, like that was a really interesting, like, fun race to watch for so many reasons. Though, like, yeah, it's interesting because like Chimp, I think you generally had a better grasp of like getting to where the enemies would be, basically. Like, you had a much smoother time kind of following point A to point B pretty consistently. Whereas, like, Kryal, more often than not, you would... Sorry?
I said, except for one stage.
Oh!
Yeah.
Kryal, more often than not, you would end up, like, getting to the end and being like, okay, I've got, like, 3 enemies. Where are the other 2?
I spent like half the game going, where the fuck is this flicky that I dropped somewhere?
Yeah.
Because for some reason they take fucking damage.
Yeah, I didn't realize they had their own like hitboxes and stuff, and then I turned up at one of the things. I was like, wait, where's my other fucking birds gone? And it was like there was just 3 of them fucked off. I was like, what the hell is this?
But then, yeah, the flip side to that was that I think, Kryal, you generally had a better time, A, navigating through the couple of, like, platforming sections. And then, you know, B, as we mentioned, the second stage, Act 2, was it? Where Chimp got set back about 2 areas and just...
Cut that
this
stage
nightmare
out.
of navigation.
Yeah. Cut that stage out. Chimp would have finished like 10 minutes earlier or something like that because Chimp was just super fast.
I was convinced I'd lost because of that stage.
I was like, speed is a trap in Sonic.
True.
But yeah, I guess thanks to that stage screwing you over so much, Chimp, we did actually have a very close race by the end of it. It was looking like you were running away with it, and then you fell behind, and then you caught back up. It was very exciting to watch.
I bet that was the most frustrating thing to watch ever. Just me constantly trying to jump on one platform.
Well,
like
it was
must have been about 8 minutes.
It was not even that frustrating because apart from me who had played the game right before, the other commentators couldn't really figure out what the heck was going on either. They were like, where do you go?
We knew it was pretty disastrous, but the point was that like after you fell, it was like it was a hell of a time trying to figure out like every area looks the same.
Yeah,
the areas looked so similar. So at one point I was like, "Oh, Chimp's caught up," and then it was like another checkpoint passes. It's like, okay, no, now Chimp's caught up to where he was. Never mind.
Well, yeah, that's
one of those
so
last stages. Yeah. I was convinced was just a loop 3 times, and every time you hit the spawn point, it respawned the enemies. I was like, I've seen this before. I've seen this before. What the fuck? I honestly felt like I was going in a massive circle.
It's like 3-1. That was like pretty loopy.
Yeah, 3-1 just felt like a massive loop. I was like, I don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Kind of is. I sort of like did the circuit a couple of times because I was looking for one of the enemies at the end.
Yeah, those ones were the hardest for the enemies because it wasn't quite like the first couple of acts were like you basically. I felt like by the time you reached the ring, you had to have had all 5. I was like, all right, this makes sense. But those other ones was like you got to the area, but there was like 3 ways to go. I was like, oh no. Oh, here we go. And then you go one way and there's an enemy. It's like, all right, there was going to be another enemy the other way. And then it sort of have to keep looping until you get all of them. Thankfully, I didn't really miss any.
Your flickies, though.
Sorry?
Thank God you can at least bank your flickies.
Oh, God, yeah.
Show up and there's 4.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
There was one section for you, Kryal, where you got to the end on one of the stage 2 ones. And I was like screaming on the commentary, like, no, turn in the flickies, turn in. You had 4 and you were like about to walk away from the checkpoint, from like the goal. I was like, no, turn them in, please turn them in. You did. You went back and turned them in.
I thought I like had them all because I did like a couple of runs back and forth and it's like, is that 5? Is that 5? It looks like 5.
Oh, it's so hard to tell. They just like vanish behind the Sonic
sprite. One of them is directly in your ass, like it's as close as possible to, and you can't see it. I was like, have I got 4
as well?
And at one point, I was like, I found Tails in one of the early rounds. I was like,
you could steal your money.
What the fuck are you doing? Wait, what if you took all of my rings?
Tails is the special stage.
Yeah, I figured so. As soon as I found him, I was like, I don't need to find you. And then it took all 48 of my rings. I was like, you bastard. I fucking need those.
2 more and you would have gotten the special stage, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
In terms of the bracket, Chimp, you'll be moving on to the best of 3 rounds and facing off against Mr. Mario.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that at all. Mario's gonna wipe my ass. It's gonna be horrendous.
I'm pretty sure every single person in Winners Round 3, when they've got there, has been like, I don't want to face them. Like,
it's just killers all the way up.
And yeah, Kryal, on the other hand, you're down into the losers bracket now, facing off against Majakin.
Sure.
So yeah,
all I have to do is win.
Yeah, I think Majakin, like generally speaking, Kryal, for you, I think in this tournament you're happy to get shooters. I think this will be the like one exception. This might be the one round where you absolutely do not want a shooter.
Yeah, Majakin actually plays them.
Whereas with Chimp and Mario, I'm just like absolutely clueless. Honestly, either of you could win on any given game, I think.
As soon as this game come up, I was convinced I would lose because I hate Sonic. No, well, I say hate Sonic. I was always the Mario kid, right? I never got good at Sonic because I was just fucking terrible at it. I never beat one of the OG Sonics. So as soon as this come up, I was like, uh-oh, here we go. This is the end for me. And then it was a fucking 3D platformer. I was like, wow, this could be worse. This literally couldn't be worse. Thankfully, it wasn't like, it wasn't a hard Sonic. Like most Sonic games I find really hard, but this one is like,
yeah,
it's more of a puzzle.
Probably ramps, though.
Oh yeah, there's no way I'm playing past Act 3.
We were saved by goal being Act 3 and not.
Yeah, if that was anywhere. The fucking diamond dust level, suddenly Shiva appears from nowhere and makes her own fucking levels, apparently.
There's like a Death Egg ripoff later on, and that looks pretty awful.
Oh god.
I'm like looking through the attract modes.
I like the Death Egg like level.
Yeah, but I
Well,
gotta
like
erase
Sonic.
it.
Feel free to
fair
report
point.
on how the level goes, Shawnee. More than welcome to tell us. I'll trust your judgment.
I mean, you say it's not an all Sonic games. Fun fact: this game was made in the UK.
I couldn't care less where it's made. It's just horrendous.
Good old Traveler's Tales.
Could have been made in my house for all I care, but there's no way I'm doing that fucking platform jump again.
Completely fair, honestly.
As
I
the
don't
person
blame you.
on Kryal's screen literally does it first try with like a rolling shield. Get fucked, demo mode.
Oh yeah.
I think going stick on this game was a good play though.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, on that note, we did call it out, but like, shout out on the fight stick gameplay. Like, that was impressive to see. I'm glad we got a game where you were like, no, this is the right call.
Wait, you use a fight stick?
Yeah, I played on the fight stick.
A fucking fair play. I honestly wish I'd have lost now because that deserves a
Hitting
win.
those diagonals, oh, so easy.
That
Oh,
sounds quality.
no ambiguity. Love it.
Right, I need to get out of here because I can barely talk. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
thank you very much for the restream.
We will dip out as well. I am not gonna go with a raid right now. So, thank you so much for the race. Vi, Sean, thanks for carrying the commentary.
Thanks
This
for
has
hosting, and GG's Chimp.
Thank you, GG's Kryal. I look forward to watching this back. It should be quite fun.
It's gonna be silly.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous.
It's
Yeah, this
definitely
has
one
been
to
an
watch back,
absolute
I feel.
blast. This is a fun one.
It's been a 3D blast.
I'm really glad you two got it because nobody else could apparently. Like everyone else is like, oh, I played this once, and like it worked out so perfectly on that. So
I'd
I'm really
seen,
glad we
like-
actually got this.
Yeah, I'd seen like 2 minutes of this. Like when I actually saw the gameplay, I was like, oh yeah, I have seen like the smallest amount of this, but not enough to really have a clue
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Yeah, no, perfect. I'm really glad we got this. So yeah, this was a ton of fun. Yeah, thanks everyone. I'm gonna cut here. I'll trust everyone to just go find someone to self-raid. I don't know. Bad timing, Drew. We're just about to leave. But this is a hell of a race to go and watch back. So I'd recommend doing that. And yeah. Much love everyone. We'll catch you all soon.
Bye everyone.
See ya.
It is.